Thanks for joining me today on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Zeerian Spyre, Cosmic Legion's figure. One of the ones I was really looking forward to because of her design. So yeah, we're going to take a look at her real quick. I've already unboxed her. I've already taken her out of the box. It's got a nice little, real nice, a plastic cover there so we can see the figure. It's also got her there in a hologram, I guess, or a video layout. Cosmic Legions, Zeerian Spyre, a little story there about her, or actually the contextual, world in which she lives in. Give us some context there. Some of the figures in Wave 1. I've already reviewed him. I've reviewed him. I really want to do her and him next. So we'll see how it goes. I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I'll probably throw in some Joes there in between so we don't just have Cosmic Legions the whole time. And then you also get a little bit of a look at her and also a little blurb there about her. And you guys can feel free to pause that if you want to take a look at it. So there's the box. I'll probably keep it just because it's a nice design. And again, I enjoy the whole process of it. I don't always keep all the boxes, especially I don't really keep Marvel Legends or anything like that, but those other boxes, sometimes I tend to keep them. All right, so here's the figure, Zeerian. Let's get into it a little bit. It's whenever you're reviewing the Four Horsemen, you just never know how much intricacy. Let me see if I can get this off. Well, let's try and get this off first. Here, let's get the weapon off first. Let's get this, let's see if we can take off this weapon next. Actually, you can actually unplug this. Let me see if I can do it. See if I can, there it goes. It actually comes undone, which is really cool. That's very intricate. The sling for the rifle comes undone because it has that little thing there. Boom, put it back together. And it's made out of polyester, so it's pretty easy to maneuver there, to move it around. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's just take a look at the figure, right? Let's take this off of her as well, and then let's just look at the core figure. This isn't the head she comes with. We'll take a look at that head later. Let's switch her out with the right head here that she comes with in the box. All right. So when you get this figure, this is what you're going to get pretty much out of the box. As with most Horseman designs, very beautifully detailed, very well painted, different shades in the hair. You've got some very nice sculpting, very detailed sculpting, lots of paint throughout. You got green, silver, browns, purples, aquamarine, more light blues in the eyes, shading. I mean, just a lot of different colors throughout. I would have preferred some dried brushing and some metal down here because she has these metal boot things that she's got, but still they've done some work there as well. So anyways, it feels like a quality figure. It's got some heft to it. It's not by any means, it doesn't feel cheap at all. So let's get into the articulation, why don't we? So yeah, it feels like a good figure. Lots of great detail and sculpting. She's got her, belt there with some butt pack there on some pouches. But yeah, no, very, very nicely detailed. Lots of details there in the paint work. So anyways, here's her face. Very interesting face, humanoid, but like with an elf twist to it. Anyways, let's get into the articulation. Turn her head all the way around. She can look up that far. She can look down that far. There's not a lot here with the Four Horsemen with articulation. I've said it, that the Four Horsemen you're not buying really for articulation. This is nowhere near a Mafex. Mafex are known for articulation, right? And sometimes some really good paint work. But this is not that. This is a whole different kind of other figure. She can do a T-pose pretty easily, not an issue there. She does not have a cut at the bicep. She does have on her elbow, she can do that, and it's a single jointed pinless elbow. You also have 2 sets of hands. So this hand they're both trigger hands. This one can go up and down like the dice roll, and this one can go in and out. Now you also have a version of this for this side. So you get 4 trigger hands all together, 2 that can do the dice roll and 2 that can go in and out. So you can have a little bit of, so I would have liked a fist, but that's okay. So that's what you get. Very basic articulation on this figure's arm. Very, very basic. You have a twist at the torso there. She has very, very little articulation forward, some articulation back. But again, you buy 4 Horseman figures, you're not really buying them for the articulation. She has some articulation to the side, but it's almost non-existent. Does she have a cut? She does have a cut at the waist that she can get to, which is nice. She can do the splits pretty well. There are the splits. And she does not have a thigh cut. She can kick up that far. She has a single joint knee, which can go less than 90 degrees there. There is no boot cut, but she can move her knee this way and that way. And she can have, she has an ankle pivot there, an ankle joint that comes up like that, goes down that far, comes up this far, which is pretty good. So anyways, again, the 4 Horsemen are known for their sculpting. And, the way that this is sculpted is it's just very, very well done. Is it super well articulated? No, it is not. But, again, if you know what you're looking at for a 4 Horsemen, you're really looking for the sculpting and the detail of the sculpting. Look at that. That's some very detailed work. And the splashes of color that come with it. You're not really looking at, or you're not really going to get Mafex articulation or even Marvel Legends articulation. Here, let me stand her up. She's pretty easy to stand up. So anyways, let me lower the camera just a little. I feel like it's a little bit too high. Let's come down here a little. All right, there we go. It's a little better. So that's what you get with this figure. Let's look at some of the accessories it comes with, right? First off, she's got this beautifully crafted and wired cape with a working click there. It's got wire throughout, so you can shape and bend this all you want. Just a very nice cloak. It's got some designs here on the back, which is a glossy plastic. It doesn't get in the way. Very nice cloak. I suspect you could use this on some other characters too if you like. So anyways, a very cool cloak. You also get this gigantic sniper rifle right here. Very well detailed, dry brush with some interesting color there. I mean, I would have preferred black and some silver, but maybe they use a different material on this weird world that they're all in. It's got, gosh, a tremendous amount. I think this is some kind of wood. It's got some dry brushing on it. Here is the sling. It's highly, I like that it's got the little buckle there. It's got a working buckle here, and then it's got another buckle down here. Very nice. It's not bent at all. I didn't have to heat it up or anything. Awesome little sniper gun there. Here's her secondary head that she comes with, I guess with the hair out of the way. And on both of these, you can actually slip this respirator onto her face, and she can walk around with that. So it's a removable respirator. You can leave it on or off when you put on her second head there. So that's what she gets, this kind of respirator, and this is her face over here. So very nicely, she got her hair up in a bun there. Just a great figure, or a great sculpt there. You also get this hologram. I was trying to figure out where she puts this hologram at, and then it occurred to me that's what these little port are. That's what the little port R's are on her wrists. So there she is. She can kind of look at the hologram that's being, of the area she's at, being kicked out of her wrist there, where this little accessory ports into. So that's the little hologram you get. Pretty simple, but still it does the trick. Then you get these 2 weapons here. They're basically the same thing, dry brushed. An interesting choice of colors that they use, but again, maybe this is the kind of steel that they use on their planet. So, you know, very well, very nicely detailed weapons. I like them. Very good. And then here's the other set of hands. Again, you get 4 trigger hands, one with the dice roll, and one, you know, this was the one with the dice rolls. You got another one on the and then the in and out on this hand, right? But they're all trigger hands. All of them are trigger hands. I would have preferred a pair of fists. Now, you also get these little guys here, these little clear cylinders, which I was thinking, what are these things for? Well, after playing around for a little bit, I found out that you can actually port that into the back of the figure and then take one of the guns here. Probably, I would say she's going to take this one, I'm thinking. Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyways, the guns have a little port there, and you just simply slide it in there. So now she's got her gun attached to her belt. So there you go. And that's what these little guys are for. All right, so let's get down to, you know what? Let's compare her to a couple of different figures, just so you can get a scale of her, right? Let's see if we can get some scale with her. Stand her there. Maybe put a couple of figures that we're used to seeing, like, hopefully everybody was able to get a hold of her. Our famous Black Widow, the new Black Widow with the cool cover girl hair, her head. So that's how she compares to Black Widow. She's a lot thicker. She feels a lot bulkier. She's an alien, so can she fit in with this scale? I don't know, you might be able to fudge it, but she definitely feels to me like she's a bigger scale. In Marvel Legends feel a little bit more thinly, gangly. This version of a humanoid feels way thicker, for lack of a better word. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that the scale is a little off, right? You've got her and that, so that's what she looks like there. Let me grab another regular fig that everybody probably has. Well, hopefully everybody didn't miss out on this one. Here's a Daredevil. Let's have her standing next to Daredevil. Come on now, stand up, Mr. Daredevil. So that's what he looks. That's what she looks like next to Daredevil. Daredevil is about the same height as her. Like I said, you can probably fudge the scale there with them. They're about the same size. Yeah, you could fudge it. She could be just a, you know, bigger lady. Is that appropriate? I don't know. She's more realistic. I don't know. Scale than maybe a Black Widow. So yeah, you could fudge it. Although her face looks, I mean, her face is a little bigger, but she's an alien, so that's gonna be what it is. So that's what you got. Let's go ahead and just quantify the size, get just a real measure of it. And she stands right at 6 and a hair under 6.5. So here, let's get real close there. I mean, 6 and, yeah, right under 6.5. So she's a tall lady. We expect her to be, though, because I think 4 Horsemen is just a little bit bigger scale than the Joes. So anyways, there you are. There you have it. That's Zeerian Spyre. Zeerian Spyre. I'll get it right at one point. Anyways, how do I like the figure? What do I rate her? Well, I mean, the sculpting is off the charts. It's very well done. The articulation is the dumps. Not super well articulated, but a lot of people don't buy them for that. They buy them for the sculpt, which is what they, 4 Horsemen are known for. So ultimately for that, I'm going to give it about a 3. No, I'm going to give it a 3.9. 3.9. It doesn't quite break into the 4 category because the articulation is highly lacking, but it deserves a higher score because of the really nice cloth accessories, the really nice sniper rifle, the 2 weapons, the extra head that you get, and the rebreather. So you get a lot of cool stuff with her. So I definitely like the figure. So am I happy with her? Absolutely. I think it's a good figure. I think I'm going to display her. Yeah, I'm just a good figure. I'm very happy with it. 3.9 is not a bad score. Like I said, I do a 1 to 5, 5 being the best score. She's a 3.9. I would have loved more articulation, but you know, all the other things just bring her way up. Almost at a 4, almost, but not quite. So definitely a very high 3.9 is what I gave her. All right, just a quick, a little bit of house cleaning. Don't forget, guys, I've got that contest or that cipher puzzle going on in the jungle, in the Justice Buster video that I did a couple of days ago. The Justice Buster, along with the Hibernation pod review that I did. Remember, if you solve the official details and rules are in that video, along with all of the ciphers or hints and clues that you need to solve it. If we solve that riddle or cipher by Saturday at midnight, then I will put up another cipher, and this time the prize for that one will be an eel. So let's get out there and let's solve this thing. Otherwise, I'll leave it up there for maybe another week or two. And then, ultimately I'll just shut that, since nobody would get it, I'll just shut it down. I know I said we'll just leave it out there for a while, but I mean, we got to move on. If nobody solves it, then, maybe I'll do a video explaining where I put everything, and then we'll move on from there. But if you do solve it, don't forget to send me an email to the address that's on my About page. Send it over to me. And if you're the first person that gets it, I'll send you a Ben Reilly figure for that cipher. And if we get it, like I said, before Saturday, I'll put up a brand new in the box eel cipher or puzzle up next for our next riddle or puzzle or cipher that we want to do. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the subscribers. And just remember, as long as you guys keep watching and solving, I'll keep rolling them out. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like if you're so inclined. And thanks for your continued support.